I thought we'd go with the strawberry if that's cool.
I figured because you're AJ. Because fuck you, AJ.
On that note, welcome to the Beer Belly Podcast, where we drink the most classy of alcohol.
Classiest.
Of beer.
Sir.
Please.
Fanciest, cheapest alcohol, please.
Oh, I have just the thing for you, my friend. For those of you who aren't watching the video version of this, Beer Belly Podcast on YouTube.com. There you go. You can. We have the most fine and sophisticated of spirits. We give you Strawberry Rita by Buzzballs. Oh my God. To any male
Disclaimer,
prospects to what
edible.
You just found out. So, John, do you want to explain a brief history of this drink to the audience?
Shake well before drink.
Oh, thank you. I wasn't sure about that. Does it really say that?
Shake well. It says it twice.
I didn't even see that. Okay, good to know. Oh yeah.
So
right. Women owned. Preach, yo.
I couldn't tell you when we started drinking this. We never drank a lot of it.
Thank God.
In our early 20s, we would pregame with these. We'd get a big ass bottle of IPA, and we would start with these. Bad choice every single time. Disgusting.
Bad choice.
But maybe the formula's changed.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Now, I mean, I don't know if the company has always been women owned, but I'm hoping that the women that own this business care about the consumer that are about to drink this right now. Thank God. So Buzzballs, do they have a social media account listed on here? If not, we'll find you. We'll hit you up. Let us know.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Buzzballs. That'd be fun.
Have a ball. That's what it says. Have a ball. I'm telling you, fanciest and cheapest.
If you want to call it that. Well, you know what? Who knows? We have a couple flavors lined up for the night. So for this episode, it's nighttime for us. The second one we'll talk about later. And I'm more worried about that one than this one, to be honest with you.
Fuck you, AJ.
So this one was John's choice because he's a good person.
Yeah, I'm a great person.
So let's shake it up one more good time.
Yeah, let's get that
for good measure. Oh God, I think it's starting to leak.
Oh no, that is not a good sign.
I know, right? All right, my friend, without further ado, let's get the episode started.
Yeah.
Oh boy. So to anyone who's experienced our past episodes, you know that we primarily drink beer, but we've always said, hey, you know what? Whiskey, wine, any sort of liquor.
Just about anything.
Yeah, I'm happy to have a cigar on an episode one of these days too. So this is just to show we will do pretty much anything except for maybe arsenic. We might pass on that.
I also don't want to go blind, so probably no moonshine. Homemade moonshine.
But we also might do moonshine.
Oh yeah, moonshine is we can get some moonshine.
I'm sure we could. All right, so cheers.
Cheers.
Sip of Buzzballs. Oh.
Okay.
Not as bad as I thought. Yeah, not that bad.
I wonder if it's because we shook it. I don't remember shaking it in the past.
At least not nearly as much as we did just now.
We've always had this bad notion of this alcohol because of our failures, our mistakes.
Exactly. It may not be the brand's fault. This is not bad, and I could see us sipping on them. Granted, this is not like the biggest thing in the world. If you can see, that's, you know, those of you who are watching the video version, but we're looking at 200 milliliters. That's to make it sound bigger than it is. And I practice that regularly for myself.
AJ.
Yes. So, do you want to tell the people at home how strong one of these are?
I don't even need to look at it. I can taste it. 15. Smooth 15.
So far, this is just going to be one of those episodes to where we're going to slowly devolve over the course.
Why do we have to drink this slow?
I know. It actually does not taste bad. I appreciate that I kept it in the fridge for so long.
I actually wouldn't mind some salt around the rim.
That's a great idea. Maybe some tahini and some tamarindo.
Yeah.
I'm with it. Or not tamarindo. What am I thinking of, sir? That your mom likes to put in margaritas and stuff.
Oh,
It's like a syrup, like a red syrupy sugariness with like a little bit of spice.
I
Chamoy.
can't think of it. Chamoy.
I could see me enjoying some tahini and chamoy, some lime on that bad boy. I'd be into it. All right.
Or you can just shot it like it's meant to be drunk.
Which is what we have done, yes. But to make it a full flavored episode, we're going to take our time with this for you watching. So you're welcome, I guess. Now,
so AJ,
please, talk to me.
This is not bad. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's not bad. It tastes like candy.
I regret making the faces I made.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Well, to be fair, in our youth, in our earliest of 20s or so, we were just looking to get the job done and then enjoy a strong beer afterward, like you said. And so we just wanted to try it. You recommended it because I think
15%.
you said you had tried it with a friend before you and I had it together.
Oh,
or I think your sister might have recommended it to you.
Somebody did.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, we'll try it. And I think you said like after 2 of these, we'll be fine. And sure enough, that was the case. So we're about to re-experience that today. The thing is that I'm kind of concerned about as far as the potency, because as we know, 15% for each of these is pretty strong. However, I feel like it's going to take some time for it to actually settle in. That's one thing I'm concerned about. So hopefully we can make the episode last long enough for at least the people at home to enjoy our buffoonery as usual.
I'm only here to get drunk, AJ. If we end in 5 minutes, I mean, sorry guys.
Mission accomplished.
I tried. It's your fault for not keeping up with me.
I guess so. We should have just got a third one of these then.
I was thinking about that.
That would have been 45% alcohol in our bodies, though. At that point, we would have been dead. Or at least wishing we were. I don't know about you, but I have to open tomorrow.
I don't think we're gonna be that trashed, but I'm curious.
I don't think so either, because this doesn't taste that strong, but it's gonna be a creeper. I know it.
Yeah,
it's gonna kick our ass. So, John, those of you who may be unaware, just went on a fun little gallivant of an anniversary adventure recently over the past week.
Yes,
tell me about it. It seemed like you guys hit some fun spots.
So, I don't know if you've ever seen this when you're renting a car. So I'm starting this far back a little bit.
Educate the people.
Some car places have like the manager special where they surprise you with the car.
Okay.
So the cheapest car rental they had, which was like a compact car, and I'm just guessing the price, let's say was $35 a day. The manager special was like $35.50. So I was talking to my girlfriend. I was like, I mean, what's the worst thing we'll get? The cheap compact car. Why the fuck not? So I'm hype, and I'm already thinking to myself, this car is gonna dictate how this trip starts. Right?
Sure.
Because it's a mystery car, and I'm all hype about it.
Oh, that's the name of the episode, the mystery car. I love that. So please send me that later. Anyway, go on.
We get there and we tell the guy, the guy's like in his 30s, and he asks us where we're going, and we say we're going to Yosemite, Lake Tahoe, and Reno, and he's all hype and he's talking to us, and we have to pretend like we know what he's talking about. I'm like, oh yeah, I know that freeway, yeah. And he left, he came back, and then he's like, I'm going to get you guys a Silverado. I'm like, oh.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
One of those big new ones?
I think it was last year's model.
Those are still huge trucks.
Fucking huge.
Yeah.
Huge. Yeah. So that started the trip. But it had all the power in the world, and it was fun. It was a fun drive. Like, it was a smooth drive.
Probably at least a 6-cylinder car, yeah.
I think it was 8.
Oh no! That's what I'm saying. At least a freaking 6-cylinder vehicle. Jeez,
that baby can go up hills. So,
okay. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I was just looking at images of the 2018 and 2019 models, and yeah, that's a beefy ass boy.
That bitch is big.
Sorry, go on.
Big.
I missed the body language in that. I can't wait to edit this episode. Nice. I can only imagine what the hell you did.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit of just a little tinkle of the drink.
Would you say you have a bit of a buzz?
My balls do.
And there you go.
So the first day we're going to Yosemite.
Jesus.
We get there. It's a beautiful, beautiful, forest. And my girlfriend prepared me like this fancy cheese and meat dish for a picnic. So we go to Yosemite Falls and we see where the waterfall's at, and it's an empty waterfall. It's dried out already, and we're enjoying our food. I'm like, oh yeah, this is some bomb ass cheese. And this lady comes out of the bridge area because it's also part of a hiking trail, and she's like, "Yo, there's a bear coming."
Oh
We were
my
like,
God.
"What?" And she's like, "There's a bear coming right now." And then we look, and the bear's literally like 15 feet away from us.
Holy shit.
Easy.
Holy shit.
Easy. So, of course, millennials, we pull out our phones and we try to take a picture as quickly as possible.
As you're walking away, I hope. Jesus.
And at that point, we realized that the cheese may have been the reason the bear was coming towards us.
And the fucking meat, I'm sure. Jesus Christ.
So at that point, I had to make a really tough decision. Leave the cheese and live. Fight the bear and eat the cheese.
Oh God!
But
spoiler alert: the bear will win.
I'm a coward, so I ran with my cheese and meat.
You're a smart coward. Oh, you left with both. You had your
and I brought my girlfriend too.
Okay, fair enough. Hey, triple win for John.
We walked away really fast. We didn't run because it's not good to run.
Yeah, that's true. You don't want to startle and get all upset.
It's crazy because everybody else stayed. There must have been a group of like 15 of us.
Until one person gets mauled, and then all of a sudden they decide it's time to leave.
I guess everybody was fine. Yvonne and I bailed, and we were telling everybody on the way, like, there's a bear up there.
Well, guess what? You guys were guaranteed to live to tell the tale. Yeah. So good for you. I don't blame you for leaving.
I ate that cheese later on that night in victory.
Victory cheese is the best
this
cheese.
Bear won that fight.
Never mind. This episode's called the Victory Cheese. The car.
That's a good one.
Car and Victory Cheese. Yes. It's all coming together, baby. It's all coming together. I hate this podcast. It's too fun.
Best podcast on Thursday.
Ding.
So we get to Reno. I'm gonna be honest. Reno was a little sad.
Oh, yeah. It's like being right?
Yeah, and then COVID definitely didn't help. It was very empty.
Sure. I imagine they're hurting a little bit.
So that was okay, but we went to Revision that day.
Yes. Okay. So tell the people. Yeah. So it's a microbrewery out in that area, right? Are they based in Reno or just outside of?
Are they? No, they're only in Reno.
Oh, I didn't know that it was a Reno-owned brewery. Okay, I had no idea. Mm-hmm. All I know is that I've definitely seen the logo around and have enjoyed some of their beers, like
the triple.
I've had that. Wait, I'm trying to think of which triple it would have been.
It's like the doctor-looking guy. He's kind of like a mad scientist.
Yes.
We had that at Hollinshead.
Yes, that one, and the one I remember buying myself, and I bought my dad and I this. This is like back in like early March or something like that, like right before COVID went down. I bought it was like a hazy IPA. It has like a high llama on it. Something like that.
Oh, yeah. They didn't have that one there. That's
okay. Dope. But anyway, please talk to us. Talk to me.
It was really cool. Like the brewery itself was pretty badass.
The pictures you posted online were really cool.
I was a little sad because they didn't have flights. They didn't have flights because of COVID. And this place has they had 9 IPAs. I mean, I really don't see that at breweries. Like breweries are a little bit of everything. 9.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
So there was no way I was going to drink all 9. I had like 3.5.
That's still great.
But the only thing that, and this is just me maybe being a diva, the only thing that kind of I was a little disappointed about was there was no like exclusive beers there. Every IPA at least they had on that list, all 9 I've seen at Hollinshead.
Oh, really? Like guaranteed, you've definitely seen them before already.
Yeah, because they have they have like Disco Ninja. They have one with a cat. They have their standard IPA, double IPA, triple IPA that I think I've had all 3 of those. I don't know if you have.
Not all of them, I'm sure.
They were all like beers I know I've seen at Hollinshead. So that's just me. That's not taking away from how great the brewery was.
Sure.
I would still recommend it. I mean, I've been wanting to go there for like 2 years because I love their triple IPA. I thought it was amazing. Like, oh, Reno, okay. So that was fun. But Lake Tahoe was pretty great. Nice. I did not know there was casinos in Lake Tahoe.
Oh, really? I didn't know either. I have old friends and a family. Yeah, a family that is friends of my family, whatever, family friends. And yeah, they have like a cabin they used to go to when we were younger. I never went with them, but yeah, I never heard that there was a casino up there. Crazy. Okay.
So I guess it depends where it's at, because it circles around like 75 miles. So the part that we went to definitely had the casino, and they had like 4 casinos, and they were like 2 of them were at least big name casinos. Harrah's
Yes.
and Hard
Okay.
Rock.
Oh, nice. Okay, so very
So
established places then.
yeah, and honestly, I thought the casinos were better at Lake Tahoe than they were at Reno. And then I went to a little brewery there. I was a little disappointed. I'm not gonna talk bad about it because the place itself was great, and they have amazing cocktails. And
Oh,
I'll even
nice.
say they only had one IPA. The IPA was amazing,
Oh, wow. Okay.
but it's unfortunate that I got it warm.
Warm.
Yeah, it was not very cold.
I'm surprised you didn't say something like, "Can I get a cold mug with this?" Maybe
I should have,
something
but
like that.
I was tired and I needed a beer, so I drank it. But then after that, I
Sure,
went to
sure.
town on their cocktails, and their cocktails were amazing. I got a few whiskey sours there, on point, on point. So
Nice.
yeah, that was the trip.
Very cool. Well, the so was it the spot in Tahoe where you had like because I did see at one point where you were able to have a flight of beer, or at least one or two.
Oh, is that when I posted?
Yeah, yeah. You put so yeah.
That
I believe on
was
our Instagram account, Beer Belly Pod, is where you
that
posted
was
some
Rip
flights. What?
Rip Brewery.
Oh,
That's
that's right. RIIP, right?
yeah, that's in
Rip Beer.
Huntington Beach.
Oh, so that was on your way back after the trip, or
No,
what?
we got back Saturday at like 8 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
and then Sunday I woke up and I was like, fuck, I've been drinking all weekend. I think I need a beer.
Little hair of the dog. Nice.
So yeah, I've always wanted to go to that brewery too, because I've had a beer from there at Holland's Head that I loved.
Oh,
And
good memory.
since then it's just always stuck out to me. I mean, it's easy to remember Rip.
Sure.
And yeah, that place was great. That different experience, I really enjoyed it there. They had 7 or 8 different IPAs and a variety of them. They had a black IPA,
Nice.
hazy IPA, double, triple IPA, some weird type of fruity IPA. It's really it's so good. And I enjoyed at least 5 out of the 9 because
Holy
they
crap.
had flights.
Okay,
They had
gotcha.
flights, and the
Gotcha.
flights are dirt cheap. $2 for 5
What?
ounces. $2 for 5 ounces.
Per 5 ounce pour.
Yep.
That's not bad. Nice.
I got drunk for $24, my friend.
And had quality IPAs to go with it.
Quality. The only one that was out of that price range was the triple IPA, but
Mhm.
triple IPAs usually come in smaller glasses or are more expensive.
Yeah, of course.
But it was 5 ounces for $3.50.
You can't hit on that then. That's actually not a bad call at all.
Bomb.
Nice. Well, speaking of not so bad and bomb, I'm almost done with this. Should we move on to the other nightmare flavor? What might be a nightmare flavor? I don't know.
Might be.
This
No,
one
no,
has
no,
been
no, no,
impressive.
no, no, no. I would rather take the mystery cheese. I know I said victory cheese, and I know I said mystery car, but I combined them. I would rather have mystery cheese than what we're about to have.
Mystery cheese sounds like something you'd pull from your feet. I don't know.
Or belly button.
Or that. Pretty much any weird crevice your body has. Mystery
Let me
cheese is
unroll
born
one
from
of
that.
my rolls and
Exactly.
get some
Let me see here.
cheese.
Here you go. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I'm feeling a little buzzed.
Bit of a right in the balls, right?
You doing okay?
I'm doing all right. I'm all right so far. Starting to feel a little loosey goosey, but not out of control at the moment. Do you have your buzz ball, your second one, near you?
No.
Me neither. All right, then. I'll pause the recording and we will be right back. And we're back.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I totally forgot to tell you, I will
Yes.
be going back to that brewery on Saturday with my father. Yeah.
Rip beer? Okay, cool.
I enjoyed it.
Okay, no, I look forward to you taking me there sometime. You just have to come over, pick me up, and then we'll go.
Let's do it.
If not this weekend, then soon. I would love if you would take me.
Do you work
out.
Saturday morning?
I do. Saturday morning or evening, either way. I shouldn't. I know I'll be tempted
You
if I
work in the
go.
evening, you can get like 7 flights for $24.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so let me ask you this. This is something I was thinking about earlier, right before we paused. And so judging from how you were describing Rip Beer compared to the spot you went to in Tahoe, and then also Revision, which Revision is pretty well known nowadays. I would say
Yes.
they're building renown as like a craft beer microbrewery. But would you say that you were most impressed with Rip because they have like a more like Southern Californian way of doing things? Because I mean, granted, I think you and I are pretty biased in that, or not maybe biased, but we understand how privileged and spoiled we are living in the area that we live around the LA County and Orange County and such, to where there's microbreweries everywhere, and sometimes you get some really good quality stuff around here.
So the only reason I would say no to that is
Mm,
because I've enjoyed their triple IPA to the point that I bought it more than once. I think I've had it like 4 times, and I've had their double IPA at least twice. Their standard one, not so much, because why
mhm.
would I get a standard when I can get a double or triple?
Yeah,
And like I said, I've been wanting to go there since 2017.
for Rip or
The
Revision.
Revision.
Oh, okay.
And the only thing that disappointed me about Revision was, again, the fact that they didn't have anything like kind of exclusive there. Anything they had there, I can literally just drive right down the street and buy it in a can.
Sure, sure, sure.
So that's why I don't really. It is a microbrewery, but it's a microbrewery where you can get all the beers at a liquor store.
Okay,
And
gotcha.
Rip is more like they have 4 or 5 beers out in the market, and the other ones are local.
Gotcha. They're more like you won't experience them as easily unless you go to the brewery
You
itself.
go to the brewery.
Gotcha. Okay, I guess that was more
I
my
like
question.
that.
Like, do you preferred Rip over all of them? I guess.
Well, over Reno. Oh, yeah, the Lake Tahoe one, again, they only had one, but it wasn't a brewery. I don't
Okay.
consider the one in Lake Tahoe a brewery, but they had amazing cocktails again.
Okay. Okay. Very
They
cool.
had like 5 house beers, I think, but I guess that's enough to put you as a brewery. But
Yeah. Why not? Why not? I mean, it's more beers than we brew, so got to give them that credit, I suppose.
you're right. You're right.
So, drum roll.
No.
John is peeking it out from the bottom of the screen. Mine's coming from this side. It is
Oh,
Buzz Balls flavor horchata.
why would they even make this?
Horchata, my friend. The moment I saw it, I was like, that's the one we have to drink. That is the nightmare we're gonna have to experience for this episode. Because I figured the strawberry one was gonna be like gross, even though it turned out not to be. I think if you try to eat it, you'll be better off.
The can I
Yeah,
think tastes better than the
the
drink, and I haven't
can
even had the drink. Oh, the
exactly.
shake. Yeah.
Yeah, let's definitely shake this bad boy.
Let's shake this
Oh
nasty.
Lord,
This
it's
nasty, nasty.
she's gonna be a tough gal. I'll tell you that much.
Oh man. Still 15%.
Still 15%. Great.
Oh, mine kind of like bubbled up.
That's got to be a good sign. Is this made with real leche? That's what I'm worried about.
Oh no.
Okay,
If
here
it
we go.
is,
So
all the pedos.
premium vodka, other than
What's
standard
premium?
orange wine and cream, with natural and artificial flavors. So this will certainly give one diabetes if you don't already have it. Great. Great. And now that I'm, when I got up for a moment to grab this, I did to start to feel a little something. And on top of that, my stomach is starting to be like not agree with what we ingested. So I'm only imagining how it'll feel once we're done with this.
You're gonna have some weird colored poop, AJ.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh boy. All right.
Oh man.
Let's do it. Ay, ay, ay. Buzz balls, everyone. Buzz balls.
Oh
Enjoy.
no, it blasted all over my arm. I think it
So
was just the water.
you guys who are listening, try these flavors as well. Let us know how you like them on
Oh my
Instagram
god.
at Beer Belly Pod. Hit us up. Let us know if you liked them, if they weren't for you, which flavors we should try in the future, because I'm excited.
Don't recommend horchata for the love of God.
Not again. Who knows? Maybe we'll love it. Maybe we'll love it.
AJ, from
give it
the
a good
smell,
whiff.
I'm not gonna love it. No.
It smells like horchata. It
Oh,
smells
by the
like
way,
it.
guys, I hate horchata
Oh,
with a
gee.
passion.
I didn't know that. I don't think I knew that.
I thought that's why you picked this can to fucking torture me.
I picked it because I thought like cheap horchata that's also alcoholic sounds bad for anybody. But now that I know you dislike horchata in general,
Oh,
even better. Even more
Mhm.
worth the choice.
All
That's
right.
the
And
kicker
I
right
have to
there.
drink this slow. This is gonna be an awful,
Yeah,
awful
I
burn.
mean, we don't have to drink it too slow. It's all right.
I'm not gonna finish it in two gulps. I'll say that.
I wouldn't recommend so. Right.
I
Cheers,
want
sir.
to. Cheers.
Ding.
Jesus. Okay.
Wow. Whoa. That took me through a journey of flavors and colors.
It's
Woo.
not that bad.
It's not that
It's
bad,
not that bad, no.
but I think because we're adults now, adults,
Because we're adults now.
like
I'm not an
we're
adult.
like, you know what? I've had a lick shit before. Now John's had a lick of brick, so if he can handle a brick, he can handle
Wait,
anything at
not
this
had
point.
to. I did it by choice.
I'm sorry. Let's rephrase that. John was asked if he would lick a brick, and apparently, to our lack of knowledge, he did so. So there you go. This is the
I like
co-host that you're
brick.
dealing with, people. Now you know my life struggle being his friend. His life struggle is being my friend because apparently I was the one that talked him into it somehow.
Yeah, and you talked me into drinking this nasty shit.
Okay, so what I was gonna say, I'll take another small sip just to remind myself real quick of what I was gonna say flavor profile wise.
Mm.
Oh, it's not better the second time. I feel
I
like
taste the cream.
I was gonna
I
say I
taste
feel
the
like I taste
cinnamon.
the metal of the cap. So to anyone who might be unfamiliar with Buzz Balls, it's like a plastic container, but with like a soda or beer
With a
like
nasty
top.
poison inside of it, yes.
Yeah. And what I'm tasting is what starts off as vodka, heavy vodka, and then after
The
that,
premium heavy.
yeah, yes, premium heavy vodka. I believe it. Premium in strength, not quality, though. Let's get that right. Um, but it's having a second wind on me right now. But I can't even think straight. It's working. Anyway, you get a shot of vodka initially, and then all of a sudden there's a splash of horchata and cinnamon a roast goodness, and then all of a sudden I'm hit with like the metal of the can portion of the cup, and then more vodka again. It's like a weird tunnel of flavor. I don't know how else to describe
I
it.
just
What do you
taste
think?
the cinnamon.
I wish it was all I was tasting. It's
I
getting
taste like
easier,
some
I
type
think.
of liquor cream of some sort.
I need
Like
to brush my
somebody
teeth
spiked
after
my
this.
milk.
So, yeah, it's essentially what just happened.
And then they sprinkled a little bit of cinnamon on top of it. I'm sorry it wasn't as fancy as yours, AJ,
No,
but that's
you
what
were
I'm getting.
no, that's perfect. That reminds me of a second grade bully I probably would have had. So there you go. Here you go, kid. The worst thing they did was just spike your milk carton with vodka and some cinnamon.
Some
A
cinnamon
second
cover
grader
it.
could experience worse, I guess, at that point. So
That's when
thanks, I
AJ's hair
guess.
became curly.
Yeah.
It used to be straight until he had that drink.
Oh my god.
So
it's so weird. Please talk to me.
I started to read My Hero.
Yeah, so one thing we wanted to do for this episode was talk about My Hero Academia, Volume 1, which is chapters 1 through 7 of the manga. Go on.
I got to like 2.5. No, I'm playing. I got to
It's okay.
chapter. No, I got up to 7. I just didn't finish 7.
Oh, okay.
So I was almost done
Mm-hmm.
with what you requested.
Sure. How you feel?
I don't see what's so great about it.
Okay.
I mean, I'm hoping it's gonna get better once some more action kind of comes into play. Once this kid learns his power a little bit more.
Yeah.
His quirk. Is that
his quirk. Yeah.
That's
what they're called in that universe, like their powers.
I think the name is really lame. What's his name? Almighty.
All Might.
All Might. Yes.
Yeah.
Meh.
Don't care for All Might.
I think the name is a little lame. I think the character's pretty cool though.
I love his flaw, like his weakness. I think is a great weakness in that he has like this ultimate strength. He's Superman essentially in this universe, but he can only be Superman for so long. Ever since he got like this tragic injury to his what system was it?
His stomach.
Yeah, they
remove his stomach.
They had to remove his stomach and everything like that. His lungs were shot to shit. So yeah, essentially, like after some near fatal blow, now he has this ongoing weakness.
correct me if I'm wrong, but they don't say how he got it. He just briefly brings it up.
He briefly brings it up in the
He
early
says the
chapters. It
news
doesn't
never
say.
reported it.
Yeah,
Right.
well, he asked them not to. Yeah,
And
he
I'm
asked them not
assuming
to
down the
report.
line you find out what that great battle was. I'm assuming that bad guy's probably still alive, and I'm assuming the kid's gonna
Maybe.
defeat him. Don't tell me if I'm wrong or right, but
It's
um, it didn't
okay if you
draw
didn't
me
like
like
it.
it didn't draw me like One Punch Man, which I think
Mm.
is. I'm pretty sure My Hero came out after One Punch Man.
I could be wrong, but I think actually it's vice versa. But I could be wrong.
Really?
Around the same time though, as they each got popular around the same time though, for sure.
I think it's the Better Hero show.
Okay, no, I
There, I
was
said it.
no. I was thinking the same thing actually, in the sense that I think One Punch Man hits the ground running a lot more, a lot better, and a lot faster. To where it's just like you start it, and there's an ultimate battle. He wipes it out in a great way, and I don't know, just something about
The
One Punch
comedy
Man.
about
Just
it.
get the comedy
The
about it, and
characters are amazing
so,
from
yes,
from the start.
in this series, at least for the first volume, for the first couple, maybe 3 volumes or so, it introduces you to several characters, and so you kind of have to. I mean, you'll remember the faces, but for me, at least in my small brain, remembering the names is where it gets a little challenging. In
I don't
My
remember
Hero,
any name except All Might.
Bakugo is like the dick who's his rival. You get Midoriya,
The
who is the good
Vegeta.
guy. What's that?
He's the Vegeta.
He's the Vegeta of all this.
I'm assuming he's always talking about how great he should have been, but this
Yeah.
guy's better.
Right. You got Ochako Uraraka, which is
Horchata?
I know, right? Which is the cute girl that he has like a crush on apparently, who like helps him
Because she tastes like
levitate and stuff.
horchata.
But okay, no, fair enough. And I will say this, like I think there are some epic moments that you experience in 1 through
Yep.
7, but not
Agreed.
obviously not to the degree that One Punch Man goes at, because I feel like One Punch Man kind of goes
It's
0
always out of
to
10.
100 within the first volume. Volumes, it's like nonstop awesome. And in this one, it's a little more world building and
There's
all
a
that.
lot more
But
filler.
but I like the hero's start to the journey, as far as like when he gets granted All Might's power, and like but how he first makes him work for it to condition his body to be able to
Clean the
do that.
beach.
I think it's kind of sick. I kind of like that. And then
And
he
have like the Rocky montage.
yeah. But yeah, no, I can understand why you weren't the biggest fan of it, because again, I do think One Punch Man gets going a lot early on, a lot faster, which makes it a little more digestible and a more fun start.
So I think they only really imply it in the first issue, or maybe even the second.
Okay.
But the story is narrated by the actual kid.
Yes, by
Right.
Midoriya.
So do you hear more like that narration as the story goes on, or is it that's it? You just hear him kind of talk about it
Good
in the
question.
first two issues.
I in memory, because I own several volumes of the manga, and I hadn't read volume 1, chapters 1 through 7 in like over a year. So it was fun going back to it again. But I don't remember that much narration going on after this. Not much. It's more
Okay.
so, okay, now you're in the shit.
You're in the story.
Oh, you don't know, yeah, you're in it. Like the
Okay.
closest thing you get to that, which you do experience in this first volume, as well as a lot of other manga and anime as well. Instead of getting the narration blocks, it's more so of like retelling what's happening. You more so get like, if it's a mid fight, if they're not saying it out loud, then you get like
They're
a
thinking
thought
to
bubble.
themselves.
Yeah, which is like, total
Or-
anime and manga anyway.
I like how I said that murmuring or something like that when he was like murmuring to himself.
Yes, yeah. Remember.
Mhm.
Yeah. Mm. But I will say there is some epic shit that goes down, and I'm not even near where the anime is at or where the manga is at. I'm so far behind in it. But I just wanted to see what you would think of the first volume or so. Obviously, I could try to sell you up and down that, oh man, it gets so much better, which it does, in my opinion.
I'm sure it does. I said
But-
that when I first brought it up.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I mean, it's 3 years of this high school. I'm assuming he gets better at what he does within the 3 years.
It gets to the point of where it's like not as much the school portion of it matters, but it's more like, okay, now that you guys got to this level, you kind of have to be ready for what's about to come to you now.
Ooh.
Something like
Okay.
that.
That makes sense.
Something like that. And some of the friends that Midoriya meets along the way are pretty cool as well. I'll say that much. Like there's some characters there's at least one character I can think of in particular that has kind of a duality complex that I think you would appreciate a lot. He's not, I'll say this, he's like way more conflicted character than what you've seen thus far, to where like you
The
care
teacher?
about him a lot. Not so much that. Not no, it's another student. I'll just put it that way. But that's all.
Vegeta.
There's some crazy shit that goes down in the very,
Okay.
very near future. I'll put it that way.
So the last question I'll ask you, and don't
Yeah.
answer it, but from I'm sure they have at this point. The show's been going on or the manga's been going on for so long. But do you find out more about his power,
Okay, so
his
I only,
avatar power?
as far as I've gone, I've only read like 7 or 8 volumes of the manga, and there's more than that. There's like more than double that. I think it's in the 20s or 30s now in volumes. But
Okay.
and
Watch me
the
catch
end,
up.
right? I hope you do. I would be hype if you did. But how can I say this? There is more to it than I am aware of, because I've overheard coworkers talk about it as well in my
Okay.
staff. That I've heard murmurs of certain things, and I luckily I didn't get very spoiled. Like I don't know how this comes about, but we do learn more, and I look forward to
I
learning
kind of
more
figured
of
you
All
would,
Might's
yeah.
origin and stuff. Yeah, but I'm sure there's going to be more that we have yet to learn. Yes. Without directly answering your question, I guess, or without getting too specific, I'm sure there's more.
So smooth read for sure.
Okay, it was
I
chill
think it
enough.
was a very smooth read. The action was pretty good when it came up, which was often.
Right.
And yeah, I mean, I'll see if I still read it,
Mm-hmm.
but it really didn't draw me like One Punch Man. One Punch Man, I was like, I cannot stop reading One Punch
It
Man.
hits the ground running, One Punch Man, for sure.
And it just doesn't stop.
No, it does. It really
just
does.
doesn't stop.
Which is part of the hype about that. I kind of want to do the same thing with that show, and that probably not reading it from volume 1 again, but taking a few volumes back and then refreshing my memory as far as around about where I
Pretty
was.
good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I know that you're further than I am. Last
I'm
I checked,
about a year
anyway.
behind at this point.
It's better than me. So,
But I like to do that because I hate waiting.
yes.
That's why I don't like to watch shows that are new. I prefer watching shows that are done, so then I can just binge watch them.
Just grind them through. Well, the good thing about about My Hero Academia is you have years of content to enjoy until you have a chance of catching up. And luckily, it's not like a One Piece or Naruto kind of length to where it's like dauntingly almost impossible to do. You know what I mean? To where it's like, I don't think that's worth my time investment. You know,
Isn't One Piece like 12 years old or something like that?
something like that. And the writer does not think he's quite done yet. He thinks he's still got a couple years left in him to do it.
And it's still uberly popular, huh?
Oh yeah, it's one of the highest selling manga to be like in history. Like My Hero has taken over. Another series I want us to be able to check out in the future is Demon Slayer, which has gained a lot of renown over the past 2 years. So
I still really want to watch Cowboy Bebop.
oh,
Every time I see that corgi,
yeah,
I want to watch it. And you said it's only like 5 episodes, right?
not that short, but it's probably no
10?
more than 15. It's a very quick series. It's like,
and then you and Peter from our other podcast, SD Geek Pod, go ahead and listen at SD Geek Pod. And you guys said that. Shit, I forgot what I was saying.
It's all right. I'll say this much. I don't think it's what you were going to say, but there's also a movie. So after you finish the 15 or so episodes, there's a movie you can watch as well, which follows after, or which, it's after the series, chronologically speaking. So that's
I didn't know that. I thought you guys were comparing it to Guardians of the Galaxy or something along those lines.
I could see that. I mean, I think they're a little more, how can I say this? I feel like Guardians is a little more ragtag bunch of misfit toys that just so happen to bring out the best in each other. And I feel like Cowboy Bebop has that to a degree, but it's mostly about Spike Spiegel, the main character. But for good reason.
Corgi?
And his corgi. Absolutely.
It's his corgi?
Mm.
Or it's just the show's corgi?
It's more of the show's corgi. It's the team's corgi. It's a collective corgi.
Well, I'm just about done. I don't know where you're at with this bad boy.
I'm about halfway. Yeah.
Oh no, I'm a little bit more than that. I'm telling you, I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I was.
Yeah, that's how these turn out.
Now we know the secret. Shake well before drink.
Oh, I need to stir mine like a fine glass of wine first
I'm
because
ready
it's
to
still hurting.
revisit this episode and start trying to knock out other ones.
Like other flavors.
Yeah, just knock them off the list. But maybe do 3 an episode because I think I can handle a third one.
Maybe, yeah. I feel like I think the length I think okay, so full peek behind the curtain. We were worried that maybe like 2 of these wouldn't really help the length of an episode, but I feel like lengthwise we're doing all right now.
We're cutting the pod right now. We're ending
Right fucking now.
it.
Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Okay, so do you remember what the black IPA tasted like that you had from it was from Rip, right?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. We're like making a total 180 on this conversation,
Because it's been
but
a while, right? When I
it,
saw it on that menu, I was like, oh.
okay, look, at least in our experience, I feel like we don't see black IPAs often. The last time I can think of a black IPA, it was from Firestone Walker Brewing, and it was just fine. It was great. It was good. But I haven't had it in probably years.
Years. Yeah, it's been a long time. So when I saw it, it was a nice surprise.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
When I read the description, they basically made it seem like they would just roast the ingredients, and that's what gives it like the darkness.
That's cool.
But I still got a hint of stout.
Oh, whoa. I wasn't expecting
Like
you to say that.
I felt like I tasted a little bit of like the cocoa,
Mhm.
that coffee taste to it,
Mm-hmm.
but it wasn't overwhelming. It was like
Sure.
the right amount
A
because I
hint.
enjoyed that. Yeah, that was one of the very many of the IPAs I enjoyed from there. I think there was only like 2 I didn't like.
Oh, okay. Did you appreciate the triple? Did you say you actually did try it?
The triple was I tried every IPA. The lady came up to me. She's like, "What do you want?" And I was like, "The goal is to taste all of your IPAs." And then
That
she just then we just went down the list.
nice. I'm sure
It
she
was
was
8
very
total.
impressed by that. 8
It
total.
was 8 total. Yes.
That is not a bad call. Oh, I can't wait to go with you sometime. I am
I'm telling
inviting
you,
myself.
$24.
Not bad. Not bad.
Oh,
I don't
that's
know how
actually.
I'll get home safely, but we'll work that out.
I feel like that's how much we paid at Russian River. Now that I think about it, like
Yeah.
they were smaller than 5 ounces.
Mm. Yeah,
I don't
yeah. They were
know
like the little thin
the
guys.
actual, because I don't feel like 5 ounces is flight size. Aren't they usually 4 ounces?
I mean, I wouldn't doubt that they might be 5 ounces, and we just never realized. I have no idea.
Yeah, because I
Also,
usually don't get flights.
yeah, exactly. We rarely do, and because oftentimes I find that when there's flights, there's a lot of beer involved that I'm not really interested in. So I'm just like,
This one has enough.
there
This
you
place
go.
has enough.
There you go. Yeah, if they have 8 or so IPAs, that's good. That's great.
Oh, okay.
Are you done?
Oh no, I'm saving the last bit for you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm about to that level as well. I think I want to take one more sip after the one I just took, just so that way my last gulp isn't as big as the one I did with the strawberry Rita. Because even though the strawberry Rita I think was easier to drink, that
Okay.
last gulp I took was, whew.
I think this is equally as easy.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think initially it was a harder sip.
Right now it was a little rough, but I'm also slow drinking this bad boy.
For sure.
So
Fair enough. Gotcha.
Oh, now I feel like all warm and horchata inside.
We're gonna go to bed a little smiley tonight. That's all I know.
Oh.
All right, that was the sip I wanted to take before we take the major gulp by the end of it. Oy, dear
That
Lord.
finished sip.
I guess we could do 3, but the problem is, sir, by the time we get to 3, we're gonna feel amazing, and by the time we finish the third, we're gonna be blown out of our skulls. That's the problem with 3. If we were to do 3, that is.
I think we make it a 30-minute episode. We time it at 10 minutes each, and we finish the episode before the drunk completely settles in.
If that sounds like a good idea to those of you listening, that sounds fun to me. Why not 15 minutes? You can make it a 45-minute episode. We'll be good to go. Either way.
There you
go. I'm good with either. That sounds good. This one is going down much quicker than the first one, but dear Lord. All right. Are you ready? Let's do
Cheers.
it. Cheers.
Oh,
that
was a little rough. That was rough.
That was a bad idea.
Oh.
That was no.
Milk was a bad choice.
Oh, I still
it's
feel
so hot.
Yes, I literally felt hot after you said that. I just overtook me across my epidermis. Dear Lord.
Yeah, I tasted it.
Whew. If I wasn't there before, I am now. Okay. All right, we're awake. Welcome to the first episode of Beer Belly Podcast. We've now gone back in time. Dear Lord. Let me say this before we call it for the day. So, yesterday I went on like a good couple walks. The first one was much longer than the second. It was a great time though. I had some good exercise in me. I waited till way later in the day to actually start eating. So I met up with my dad and one of his old buddies who he's done business with for, I guess, longer than we've been alive, probably.
Hey, shit.
Around that time or so. Anyway, I hadn't seen him in years though. Nice guy. And we met up at this barbecue spot near my house, and they had originally met up that day to go golfing. And due to the high winds that we experienced in the area, they were just like, you know what, F it. We'll call it. We'll just have some beers where we're at, and then we'll go back into town and have some dinner, and then they'll watch the World Series game where Dodgers won. Hooray. LA won, I guess.
Yay,
Anyway.
sports team.
You. Oh, excuse me.
Oh, nice.
Right.
Do it in the mic next time.
I guess so. I messed up on that one. I just don't want to re-experience the burp into the mic, though. That's the problem.
You should, though. You should.
It's a rite of passage of this podcast.
Exactly.
Anyway, so I didn't realize how deep their rivalry went in golf because, like, I was asking them about it. I don't remember how it came up exactly, but I think I just caught a tone of my dad slightly talking shit against his friend, and then my dad's friend slightly looked like a little tiffed at it, but then also like jokingly talked shit back. And I was like, yeah, and I was like, oh, do you guys have like a little bit of a rivalry? And they're like, yeah, we do. And then all of a sudden, like, they were just going back and forth. And then I was like, well, what's the difference between your guys' game? And my dad's friend was like, well, your dad is more strategic about each stroke that he makes and all that. And while I am just more naturally skilled. And I was like, oh, shit. So It just elevated. It was really fun to watch. But it took me back to our days of Yu-Gi-Oh! Together. And just like that, because sometimes, I don't know if you felt it. Maybe you did a little bit, but you didn't show it that much. But I felt like sometimes.
All the salt.
Oh, yeah. Just there were some times where. I don't react this way for nothing. Like, there were times where I would legitimately be upset. Like, just like it's washing over me again right now. Where I would just sit at my laptop playing Dueling Network with you, and just as soon as you play that fucking trap card, I would just immediately just be like, God fucking damn it. God.
And I was running 3 of those bad boys.
Yeah, that was the worst part. So when you played the first, I was like, cool. Just 2 more probably in the deck. Great. Let's hope I can destroy one of them with a mystical space typhoon.
I will never, ever forget when I discovered that card. I was sitting there Dueling Network just trying my best to find cards that would beat your water deck. And then I came across that card. I was like, oh, this is like a wrench in AJ's plan.
Yeah, absolutely. It fucking
I wonder what your reaction was when I first played that card.
I probably asked, is it legal? Because sometimes you and we would rule check every now and then on each other for fairness, though, because we wanted to make sure it was legit.
I think Dueling Network actually showed if it was legal or not.
It would definitely only allow to play a certain amount of cards. Like, if it was limited to 1, it would be limited to 1 and stuff like that. It depended on the rule set that you set for your lobby. So, like, if you were just like anything goes, then anything goes. Or if you wanted to have like the standard format, like TCG play rules, then if a card was limited to 1, it would only allow you to play 1. Stuff like that. But yeah, man, for the time that Soul Drain in Yu-Gi-Oh was unlimited, that was the most salt I ever experienced in Yu-Gi-Oh, easily. Oh,
I remember that. No, I remember all the salt. That's the only reason I made a deck like the way I did.
Do you remember me being salty about it? Do you recall?
I only really remember you being salty with Soul Drain.
Oh, yeah. No, that's definitely where it was.
But I remember that.
Just because, like you said, it was just an ultimate stop to everything my deck could do. Like, I would hope that I could squeeze out as much of my card effects as I could, my monster effects as I could, until that was played. And then once it was played, it was like, well, there goes all that.
Denied.
Yep. Objection.
Denied.
Fucking Phoenix Wright over here.
Yep.
But yeah, it was
Good
fun to
days.
watch their
Fun
conversation
days.
because it was just like, God damn it, I haven't had a rivalry like that since Yu-Gi-Oh! And it just made me smile and laugh, but shake my head at the same time, like, God damn it. The salt that you feel, and we didn't talk that much trash with each other, I don't think, though, back then.
No, we I don't think we've ever really like talked a lot of shit to each other.
Not that much. No. Even still. I mean, there's sometimes we'll let it out, but not often.
Yeah, it's not that much. I don't feel, maybe just to Peter, but besides Peter, I don't really talk this shit to anybody else.
That's true. Every once in a while, but
I'm
in
very
jest.
like quiet about when I am salty for the most part.
Yeah. Well,
Just
because
in general.
you're commendable about it. Because when you have salt, I feel like usually you take it in internally and you shake your head, but more at yourself.
Yeah.
Typically more at yourself, like, fucking John, you fell for that again, something like that. Like when you're playing when you're playing like a competitive fighting game or something like that. That's usually when I'll see your head shakes. It's like, God damn it, I fell for that shit again. Or maybe sometimes it's because you feel what they did was broken, or they're using a broken character in a video game. But I feel like more so you take it into yourself.
Probably. I don't know. Who cares? I'm not so competitive anymore. I am, but not as much. But I am. So.
But not so much.
But I'll beat you.
All right, then. Well, should we call it for this episode, sir?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, then. Well, the Buzzballs were a blast, and I'm glad that they were not as bad as I thought they were going to be. The Horchata was not my favorite,
okay.
but it wasn't so bad.
It wasn't disgusting.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't that big of a nightmare. So again, if you happen to be one of the ladies that owns Buzzballs, let us know. It'd be fun to kind of, I don't know, if you want to send us a little product, that'd be really fun. If you yourself want to be able to keep in contact with us and hit us up, let us know what we should drink next episode and future episodes to come at Beer Belly Pod on Twitter and Instagram. You can even email us, beerbellypod@gmail.com. Video episodes are up on Beer Belly Podcast on YouTube. Let us know.
Yeah, they are.
Let us know. And if you have friends that you think would kind of dig our vibe as well and the shit that we get into, let your friends know about us. We're available pretty much everywhere on the internet. Just let us know.
Everywhere.
And let them know. Rate us if you can as well. iTunes and Apple Podcasts is an easy way to be able to give us 5-star ratings and shit like that. It really helps a lot if you take the time to rate us.
All the thumbs.
Definitely. All right. We haven't done this in a while. What are your parting words of wisdom for the day, sir?
Drink all the alcohol. All of the alcohol you can find, drink it. Drink it until you can't drink it no more.
You heard the man. Drink it. All right. I'll do it later.
Oh, Jesus. I'm going to just ignore my camera.
It's all right. Just keep your eyes on the prize, baby. This is where you need to be right now.
I usually try not to, but...
Right here.